Hey guys, this is Mitch with the Department of Bad Ideas, and this is my first impressions on the Karyst. Now, I gotta say one thing first, I absolutely love the Kris style of dagger, so when I saw that they added a Kris style dagger to Warframe, I got kind of excited. I absolutely love status effect weapons. When I learned it was a status effect dagger, I got kind of excited. And when I realized it was on the market and not clan tech, I got really excited. Needless to say, I'm excited. So, here's what I think about this dagger of ours. First things first, this is definitely a status effect weapon. It is designed for you to get up in their face with it and spread whatever effects you've got, which is really nice. And since it's only got one damage type instead of the usual 3, it is extremely good at it. But also, it is really slow. I actually was watching a gay guy plays do a review on this dagger, and he said it's kind of like the Fragger. And statistically, it is very close to it, but with a single element instead. So it's not the kind of thing that you swing your arms wildly in and take on, spread out enemies. You need them to be all grouped up so you can catch them all in your big arcing attacks with your dagger stance. So keep that in mind when you use the dagger, but it does hit like a truck. So the 40 base toxin is pretty insane. I love every moment of it. So as far as the base stats go, like I said, the status effect is really high. The crit chance is 10%, but it has a 2x multiplier. So I'm really not entirely sure what to think of that. I didn't build towards critical at all, because I know I'm only going to get about 16%. But if you did put a little bias toward it, you could probably work with Berserker and still get a decent number of critical hits for the damage as well. But I probably want to recommend it. I built it pretty much purely towards the elements because, hey, it's a status effect weapon. Why not? As far as the attack speed goes, definitely slow. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but Spoiled Strike and Fury together works fairly good. Gets you at a good middle ground where you can execute combos really easily without throwing yourself off, but not being so slow that it's unbearable. As far as the limitations on this weapon goes, most of the limitations I found with it are due to the stances. Like, for example, flying enemies and crawling enemies are a pain in the ass to hit, but that's kind of par in the course for a lot of melee weapons, and daggers in particular have issues with it. There is one other issue, though. I addressed this in my video log I uploaded just before this one. Since it's a single element of damage, unless you set a second element up on it, you're going to have trouble with the Infested and possibly some leader types for other factions, because since you're only dealing toxic damage, something that's invulnerable to that is invulnerable to it. You'll see this mostly with the Infested. That's what I encountered them with. I actually had trouble leveling this in the dark sectors as a result, because certain enemies with the Infesting can be immune to gas damage, immune to poison damage, which can be problematic. But I set this up with both gas and electric, so it kind of offsets that, and it's not as big an issue. As far as modding this I wish I could just shoot daggers. As far as modding this dagger goes, it comes with an innate bar slot, which is great for stuffing elements in it. Since they're 11 points at max rank, that's really nice. So I found that using Homing Fang, which it is not polarized for, it's polarized for Pointed Wind, which I don't like that stance. But using the wrong stance, Homing Fang on it, and running a Catalyst, I had no trouble maxing it out. By level 28, I already had all the mod points I needed allocated. And it worked out pretty good. I'm using 3 of the event mods for element plus status chance. So you might be short if you go pure elements, but it worked pretty good. So overall, I like this dagger. The general feel of it is just, it feels good, it feels right. Any limitations I had with this were due to it being a dagger and not due to it being the Karyst. So, that's what I think about it. I enjoy it. Would I recommend it? If you want to get a dagger, but you don't want to wait for an alert, go for it. It's really freaking hard, and it's a lot of fun to use if you have Homing Fang. So, this is Mitch, signing off.